Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Crisandro in the house, of course. And are you like me? Still got a big smile on your face after a weekend that promised so much and delivered even more. Yes, right. I'm talking about both men and women, actually. Yeah, why not bring in the women's team as well? And they had a good win in the League Cup, of course. But let's start with the men's. Of course, I know I've had a bit of backlash from some of the stuff I've said from certain City fans, but it is what it is. Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 4 at the at the Dekihad. Let's get that trending still. I mean, we played so well, as we said, and I will say we deserved the goals. I don't care because I haven't watched much of the day. I didn't read any of the press, but I imagine that most of it is going to be talking about, let's see, Rodri's not there, oh my god. Oh, Kovacic is not there, oh my god. I mean, I bet they wouldn't make any mention of the fact that our main centre-back pairing was non-existent. Our own defensive midfielder, our own Rodri, was not there. Let's see. The winger that we're trying to introduce, Bear, he's going to be out for a time. So we haven't got a backup striker, so all I can say, he keep playing and playing and playing. I bet they haven't mentioned any. I bet they wouldn't mention any of that. And frankly, I don't care because we put them in the spliff family. It was good to see. Oh my days. I mean, it's a bit chilly here. I'm not even feeling it. You know what I'm saying? It's good, but no, it was so good. I mean. Yeah. I was going to say the first 10 minutes were I wouldn't even say they were ropey. I mean, yeah, okay. Holland did have a very good opportunity, which he really kind of spurned. That was the first one, which was where he's alone at the back post. After a nice little move from City. I can't lie, I have to say. And then he had another opportunity where he kind of, which was well saved by Vicario, and that was in the first 10 minutes. But then, literally, that was it until they had another opportunity late on in the second half, where they put it up in the I think Bernardo Silva had a charge. That was well saved as well. And then that was us. It was all us. And I mean, Madison, take a bow, man. But no, well, even having said that, Kulusevski, brilliant. I mean, that first goal where he chased down Guardiola. I mean, if anyone had asked me at the time when there was a rumour of us getting Guardiola and went to Manchester City, I thought, okay, they've got a great centre-back there. He's done bits for Leipzig. He's going to be awesome. And the fact that he's stuck out there in left-back, I know he can play there, but he's not a left-back. And I don't care how often he might have won the title at left-back and he might have been doing all these bits at left-back. He ain't a left-back. And it kind of showed when Kulusevski chased him down, and it looked like Guardiola just panicked and stopped and allowed Kulusevski to have a hold of the ball and put in that lovely cross for Madison to score. Brilliant cross, just as good a finish. And then 7 minutes later it was 2. You know what I mean? Lovely little play there again. I think was it a mistake at right back? It was at their left back. I want to say Guardiola had misplaced a pass, or he didn't get the pass he was going to get from one of the City players, Foden actually, and he just ran straight onto Madison, plays it inside to Son, who was fantastic. He did they kind of a slow 1-2 back to Madison to just chip it over Edison. 2-0 in after 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We were good. We were cooking, man. And then, we did have a couple of other opportunities. At City, they huffed and they puffed. That was literally it. We kept them at arm's length. It is quite easy to keep them at arm's length if you don't dive into challenges a lot. And that is, you have to give props to Basuma. I mean, after 15 seconds he was booked, got a yellow card for sliding down Foden, I think it was. And he was impeccable for the rest of the half, impeccable for the rest of the game, in fact. And you have to say that if you don't know diving in, you actually stand up to them. You can easily keep them at arm's length. And I've been saying that for a long time, haven't I? I have been, haven't I? I'm sure I have. But that's why I'm always confident playing Manchester City in the preview. I said I was confident about playing Manchester City. I said I was confident it was all about trying to keep them out. Now, you know, that first half we kept them out, not especially after the first 10 minutes, we kept them out because they offered nothing. They can have all the possession, they can do what they want with the ball, they can keep the ball as far as I'm concerned, but they had nothing. They kept ballooning it over. You keep it at arm's length, they try a long range shot, that goes straight over. They try to cross in, you body them, man, and you put them off, they header it over. All of it was going over. Second half starts, and then within 7 minutes of the second half we're starting, we are 3-0 up. Lovely move again. Lovely move again. It was Kulusevski, I think that, did they give away the ball again in midfield? I want to say Foden did, but then he comes out to Kulusevski, pass one, pass two, the nutmeg on Gordon one was fantastic, pass three, gets it to Son, the little flick gets it back to Kulusevski, down the wing. I don't want nobody, I got Dejan Kulusevski on the way. Anyway, yeah, so then he travels with the ball into their half. A nice little, well, yeah, it was an alright pass actually to Solanke. He did force him a little wide, but he has this, you know, button after when he's got hold of the ball, holds it up well, gets it back to Pedro Porro, who slams it in 3-0. You know what I'm saying? And then City had enough of the ball there. I mean, they were just holding out, just trying to play us down, you know, from one side to another. I mean, something man like to talk about Postecoglou's football being boring and whatnot, yes, that, and all long and whatever. They had no answer. They could not. I mean, they tried to break between the lines, and they could not do that because we didn't offer them any kind of gaps between the lines for them to exploit. You know what I mean? And and they were just holding onto the ball. In the end, they kind of got frustrated. They got frustrated in the end, and then it was a case of then a little foul, niggly foul started happening. De Bruyne comes on within minutes. He's fouling a player, then trying to force him up, pulling him by his head for the feel of it. I think that was Saad that he fouled. He gets the yellow card. It was crazy stuff. It was good to see. And then the icing on the cake after the 90th minute. Johnson comes on as a sub. Werner comes on as a sub. I was probably the only one who was actually applauding him. Hopefully, I can get it onto the video, because you have to see it. I was applauding him on, because Werner against City, against that aging back line, it was always going to be carnage, man. And so it proved. I think it was Grealish. She came up in as a substitute as well. And I don't know what he was trying to play, but he just slammed it right across the middle of the park, and that just went straight to Werner. Werner then puts on the afterburners and then heads down that wing. Starts off slowly actually, and then picks on speed like a train, just like an express train. And you see in the video, I thought that was Ake, and you hear me saying, "Oh, he's burning Ake," because the way he just kind of went past him, it was just so brilliant. And I'm like, wow, he's actually done Ake for speed. It's only when someone next to me just said, look what he did to Walker. And I was like, no, that can't be Carl Walker, man. He could not have burnt Carl Walker like that. That was, wow, man, he should retire now, man, because he just burned him. He literally did, and then played a lovely ball across the penalty box. Edison couldn't get it. I think it was Ake in the middle actually, although maybe I thought it was like Kanji, I don't know. But I think it was Ake in the middle. He couldn't kind of put a foot on it, and Johnson was there. Johnson again, man. Ole ole. 4-0 at them at their gaff, man. And you have to say that was thoroughly deserved. We could have scored a couple more, really, man. Because I know Johnson did hit the post, but that was ruled off offside. But anyway, Haaland did hit the post as well when it was 2-0, but then again it was another shot from distance, just because we were keeping him at bay. Well, he hit the crossbar. We had a lot of the opportunities as well, man. We had some decent Son with a beautiful curler. You know that goal that he scored to put us 2-1 up in the Champions League quarter-final at their place? It was almost similar to that. Almost scored there. Edison made a great save. But, yeah, man, that was icing on the cake there. And so-called brilliant fans there at Manchester City emptied the stadium at half-time. And then it was made a lot worse when we went 3-0 up. But when we scored, you could hear a pin drop. Before that, it was like party atmosphere because they had this stupid presentation for Rodri for his Ballon d'Or. I will disrespect the man, really. I will disrespect him because I think there's better players out there. But you know, it is what it is. I know I'm in the minority on that one because it's like, oh my God, Premier League, best league in the world. Look what Rodri's doing. But screw it, fuck it. He won the Ballon d'Or, and they did this whole presentation for him. Right in the middle of the pitch. It was almost as noisy as the Galatasaray Stadium, if you remember that one in the video at the very start, the light show and everything. But, you know, it is what it is. But that was as much noise as they made there in the first 10 minutes, and during that time, it was like a pin drop. They did try and rally again at the start of the second half. They sang quite a bit, especially in my end, in that area, when it went 3-0 down. But as it kind of went on a bit more, it was getting quieter and quieter. You could hear a pin drop, and then eventually they just started streaming out. And there was so many empty seats, so many blue seats. By the time the fourth goal went in, and then as soon as that went in, even more left. It was glorious to see. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, winning 4-0 at the Etihad. I never like to talk about Arsenal. I never like to talk because every other Spurs fan is obsessed with Arsenal. But compare that performance to, you know, when they went 2-1 up, and they did have a man sent off, I think, didn't they? But compare that performance. Literally, as soon as they went 2-1 up, they started all out defending. And that's what some people like to see from Spurs, you know. That's why I say, Postecoglou, oh, what does he not tweak? What does he not learn? He's so naive. But we just kept going, and we were just relentless, we was incessant, and we never stopped until we got the third, until we got the fourth. You know, even at the very end there, some people will be saying, I'll take it to the corner at the very end there, but nah, man, we're going to put air between us and them. That's the plan, man. And it worked so beautifully. You know what I'm saying? Man's dominated Manchester this season, gone to Old Trafford, slapped them up 3-0 for them. And now here, we win 4-0 at the Etihad. It is awesome. And I know that a lot of people didn't like that when I posted on TikTok and that we own Manchester. We own Manchester. Yeah, respect that. Put respect on our name, man. So that was a good weekend. I mean, it started off with a win for Spurs against Aston Villa. Dominated that game. That was the Women's Super League, the Conti Cup. And, you know, it was 1-0 in the end. Beautiful goal there by Evelina Summanen. Fantastic strike. So that puts us in command in the group there. Wish I was able to watch the game, but because they decided to play that game so early in the day, and then obviously I was in Manchester already, so unless I got superpowers, I wasn't likely to be able to make it. But yeah, the women doing bits there, and makes up for the poor form in the league, really. But it is what it is. We are putting together the makings of a good side for both men and the women. And so it's ended up with the weekend where we've won both games and not conceded a single goal. It's fantastic. But anyway, thanks for watching. It was a great weekend, and gotta let me know what you think about that. We shall see what happens. I mean, Spurs now. I mean, we got the men's team. We got the Europa League game coming up against Roma, and that is one game that I look forward to seeing. Hopefully, we'll be able to go. Got a ticket for it, obviously. And then it's Fulham over the weekend. So we shall see what happens. Looking forward to both games. Both of those at home. Well, we shall see. But yeah, I mean, I'm not able to wipe the smile off my face this time, really, because it's been absolutely fantastic. Spurs winning at Etihad, and not just winning well and dominating. I don't care what the stats say about possession, You know, we had the ball, and we did what we needed with the ball, and they had 23 attempts, I think, for what I understand, only 5 on target. And Vicario was imperious. We had less shots, but 7 on target, and we made 4 of them count. Clinical. That's what you need to be. Anyway, tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, and all that. Come on, you Spurs. What a time to be around, fam.